Manx Radio Saturday Live Lounge, supported by Villa Gaiety. For the latest What's On information, visit villagaiety.com.
It is last week's third song. Don't be swearing, Christian Clegg in the background there. We're live now. I'm just letting you know. He's not. He's behaving. It's fine. He is behaving. I've got Dusty Plankton in the studio with me. I tell you what, because there's so many of you here, I was thinking, I'll just be Christian and Al. But oh no, we've got a very full studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you all to introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band. So we'll start with you, Christian. Go for it. And don't be scared of the mics. Come right close to the mics.
Swear. Hi, I'm Christian. I'm co-writer. I make squiggly beepy noises with my other co-writer, and I sing.
Oh, that was lovely. Go on then,
Al. My name's Alan Stacey, and I do the writing of the music as well as some of the synthy, sampley bits, and I do Christian's voice in real time, actually, with reverb and delay, all that kind of thing. So, just things like that.
Lovely. Now, this is the sort of ever-changing part of Dusty Plankton. We're now going to go to the other half of the room. Go on then, introduce yourselves.
I'm Seb, and I'm the bass player.
Lovely.
I'm Jonny and I play drums and remind Al to turn
microphone.
The screen on.
Use the microphone, JJ. Go on. Go on, say again.
I'm Jonny, I play the drums and remind Al to turn the screen on so I can see it.
And who's that on the end, I wonder?
I'm Nell Neal, I play guitar.
And look damn good.
And I'm the sex appeal.
Yeah, are you still rocking out the shapes when you're on stage now?
Big time, leg cocks all over the show.
I love it. Before we move back to this side, between JJ and Nell, you're in how many bands each?
All of them.
Every single band, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Waiting for Spice Girls to call.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Dread Spice.
Oh, very good, yeah, Dread Spice, I like it. Well, listen, we're going to come back over this side then to Christian and Al, who are kind of like the core members, really, of Dusty Plankton. I know it's a while since we last spoke, Christian, so just remind us how long you guys have been together doing this.
Well, we formed about 2010. It looks like now 13 years ago. We played at a party. With myself, Alan and Tony Mack at the time, and then we just went from there, really. So yeah, 13 years.
13 years. That's incredible. Because you were doing all kinds of different projects around that time, weren't you? You had a few things on the go.
Yeah, I was working with Dean Adams with Scope and stuff like that, and obviously doing my DJing bits and stuff. So I've always tried to keep busy throughout musically, electronically wise. So.
And that's what I like about Dusty Plankton, because Al, there is a definite mix of genres with what you do, isn't there?
Oh, there's loads. Yeah, sorry, you got me off guard then. Hi, Al's here this time. The DJing and musical tastes and things like that we never pin down to one kind of sound. To be honest, we just write when we start writing. It can come out as anything.
It's just whatever comes out.
Exactly.
And the production's so important, isn't it? Because there's a lot going on in the production of these songs.
Oh yeah, no, it's got to be done. Yeah, you got to. The more you put in, the more you get out.
Quite right too. Well, I think what we'll do early on, we'll remind people what Dusty Plankton sound like. So this is what we're talking about, the real kind of mix of styles and genres. I'm going to play what I think is my favourite on your album, which you're going to be launching this evening. More of that in a moment. I just love all the different samples that you've got on this. It's absolutely brilliant. This is Wheels of Steel.
One more. Let's do it.
A suntan product with no sunscreen added. Coconut oil and cocoa butter.
Now I feel a little better. Now I feel better.
Coconut oil and cocoa butter.
Name that tune. You gotta name that tune. You gotta name that tune.
love about that is Wheels of Steel from Dusty Plankton, from their new album, which we're going to talk about now. However, one of the things I love about that is the ending. It's just the way it all kind of falls off at the end. It's a bit like Grooves in the Heart when the bass player falls over. It must have been so much fun to make that, Christian Clegg, bearing in mind the number of samples in there. Tell me about the samples, I want to know.
Yeah, there's a few cheeky samples in there. I think I'll let the cat out of the bag. It's from Quentin Tarantino film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, great. That's a really
There's
good
a few
film,
little
yeah.
moments in there which are taken them from, but the actual samples itself is from a Californian DJ. He had his own sort of radio show, and that's like one of his radio jingles. So it's like Real Gone Steel. It's like that was his kind of jingle. So yeah, that's kind of threw them in there, and they kind of helped with the tune. So
It's interesting because it gives it an almost sort of nostalgic vibe, doesn't it? 'Cause
yeah, it's definitely old school sort of.
Yeah,
sort of,
really good stuff.
50s radio. So.
Now, Al, I'm amazed you've made it in today because actually, not you necessarily, but the band, because you've got a very busy evening. What's happening tonight?
Just the album launch down at the Rovers. So
Just the album launch.
Just a little bit of music we made. So we'll slapped it together and putting it out there. So yeah, it should be good. Yeah, there's a few people coming down. Looking forward to it.
And it is, I have to say, one of my favourite album titles for quite some time. I'm going to read this off so I don't get it wrong. Whale noises for the electronically blind. I mean, that is just... Who came up with that?
It was me. Yeah, we had this thing years ago when, as soon as we started making music, I just jokingly said, if we ever make an album, we'll call it that. And we
13 years ago.
13 years ago. That was literally when we joked about it, and now it's here, isn't it? Yeah, it's here.
We were going to change it at one point, but
we were going to change.
I said no.
We have a woke generation. We didn't want to upset people with the way it was kind of titled, but we thought, no, just go with it. There's no harm. There's just fun, isn't it?
It's that good.
It is good.
As soon as he said it, it's the same as the name of the band. Christian thought the name of the band too, and he's just good at saying something, and we'll go, that's it.
Yeah,
so,
it works. It just works.
He is.
So you've got the launch this evening, because you've had an EP before, but this is the first album that you've actually released. The launch of it this evening. And Christian, what was it about wanting to put together an actual album rather than an EP this time?
I think because we've been together so long, and now that we had the band as a group, which has been probably over the last 4 or 5 years, we had to kind of get it down really. Because we had Nell joining us and what he brings to the table from the original ideas, and Jonny and what he brings, and obviously now that Seb's with us, we're obviously going to be getting Seb recorded on the next one. Just to let everyone know, all the bass lines were recorded by our good friend Martin Kane on this one, so. Seb's going to be joining us on Dusty 2.0 on the album, sorry I'm whittling on.
No, it's good.
I'm rambling.
Well, let's go to Seb then. So Seb, tell us a bit about, because you're playing bass on the next album, so how has it worked with regards to this album launch tonight then? Are you sort of mimicking what's on the album, or are you bringing your own thing to it?
I'm sort of bringing my own groove, but sort of taking from what Martin did beforehand, because he played some excellent lines, but putting my own spin and own groove on it.
It's exciting.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, you're looking forward to getting involved with the new songs.
Oh,
then.
yeah, definitely. And I'll be playing, as well as bass, I'll probably be doing some of my tech side of things with synths and bits and pieces like that. So.
People will know Seb from being the man who basically does all of the sound engineering for live gigs pretty much on the island.
He's
everywhere. You do a lot anyway.
You
do a lot. He's a busy, busy man. As are the two at the end of the table here, JJ and Nell, who we've talked to about, who are in pretty much all of the bands on the island. JJ, tell us about your involvement with Dusty Plankton. When did you get involved, and how does the process work for you?
Originally, it was from the Big Beat, wasn't it? 2014 originally. We did that. Christian did a DJ set, and we played along to it. And I spoke to him a couple of years after and said, if you ever want to do something with that, let's do it. And then he sort of went, oh, actually. And that was it.
And now, many years on, we have Dusty Plankton.
Dark Horse 2018, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's we yeah.
Yeah, so he said, can you do that? And I said, well, yeah, let's do it.
And again, there's so many different bands you're playing with, different genres and different kind of... So how do you approach this in particular? Because it is, again, very different.
Yes and no. There's so, as they say, so many different element of styles in there. So there's funk, there's heaviness, there's whatever. But you put your... Live, it's putting my own element on it, but when it comes to recording, it's how they perceived it when they first put it down. Yeah. So I've got a sort of copy what Al wants.
Yeah. Well,
in a way.
It's interesting that, Al, isn't it? Because there is quite an electronic sound to what you do, but Johnny's talking about obviously organic live acoustic drums on it. So, is that sort of added on top, or how does it work?
It's added on top, yeah. Because we were electronic. I mean, we were aimed at the dance floor in a club when we first started. We weren't really one of the live bands, so to speak. We wanted to do like that kind of live club scene kind of thing. But obviously we started getting in musicians and then to come in and start joining and play over the top, but we've got to keep that electronic element. Like, it has to be done. That's us. That's what we do.
Yeah. Well, let's hear some more of your music now, and then we'll chat more with the guys after this. This is how the album begins. This is called Times Like These. And as I said, this album, Whale Noises for the Electronically Blind, is being launched this evening at the Rovers.
Heads out to the street with an axe in the hand. No money in the pocket, but he owes like $1,000. There's nothing left to lose, cause he don't even wear no shoes. In a state of grace, standing face to face with a girlfriend who deserted him without a trace. Not an ounce of respect, but a ton of reject. Yeah, yeah. Stand facing each other in the pouring rain, with a broken heart and a whole lot of pain, cause they don't want to lose all the stuff that they've been through. When that summer sky blinds through their eyes, the axes drop to her surprise. All the fear, it just disappears, yeah, yeah. And it's times like these you make me see that I don't wanna be with you. We're with you. And it's times like these you make me see that I don't wanna be with you. We're with you. And it's times like these you make me see that I don't wanna be with you. We're with you. And it's times like these you make me see that I don't wanna be with you. I don't wanna be with you. that I just don't wanna be with you. We're with you. And it's times like these you make me see. It's times like these. Then it's times like these that you make me see. I don't wanna be with you. And it's times like these that you make me see. I don't wanna be with you. And it's times like these that you make me see. I don't wanna be with you. I don't wanna be with you.
That is Times Like These, and it is how the album opens. Dusty Plankton's brand new album. It's being launched this evening over at the Rovers. Christian, tell us what's happening this evening then. What's the kind of format for the night?
Well, from 8 till 10, we have two of the island's finest DJs. One being Mr. Jip Begain, the man, the myth, the legend, who's also recorded and mixed and mastered the album at Bala Groove. So we got him on 8 till 9, and then my best mate, and you, Al, don't forget it. My mate, Darren Miller, a.k.a. Ninja Fingers, he'll be playing funk, soul and sort of hip-hop beats and stuff as well, just to kind of get the party started. And then we go on about 10.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you've obviously got the live music here with us in the studio, Al, but do you have like any of the sort of like electronic stuff going on in the background as well?
It's what, sorry?
You've got obviously live musicians as part of it tonight, and then do you sort of drop samples throughout as well?
Bits and bobs, I've got the laptop Ableton Live set up, and you know, there's plugins and all sorts and that, like in a little MPK mini keyboard and that. So I did have a few other bits and bobs, but it's kind of like dwindled down over the years. So we were always fighting for space at some of the gigs, so I thought it best to be compact and. You know, that's it, really. Because
trying to recreate the sound that's on this album, there's just so much going on, so it can't be easy to actually bring that to a live audience.
Oh no, it's layered. A lot of it is. There's a lot of layers going on, but we tried to rein some of it back so we can get the lads in. You know, so it's not too much. You know, going on at any one time because, it is. There's a lot at times. I mean, the live stuff though definitely all stripped back and. So the lads can do their bits over the top as well, and off we go. So yeah.
And we've had a bit of a sample of the album. We're going to play one more song from it, but Christian, there's so many different styles again going on in this. I mean, one of the tracks sounds kind of like reggae-ish. You've got some really kind of atmospheric stuff on the go, some instrumentals on there as well. There's so much going on. I mean, if someone said to you, "How do you sum up this album?" How would you do that, or is that too big a question?
I'd say it's a just genre hopping idea, I guess. There's many genres in there, but like Alan was saying before, because of our DJ days, you know, we loved so many styles, and they kind of get incorporated into it. I think the next album you're probably going to hear a lot more, maybe sort of clubbier vibes going on or whatever. But you know, we've got a couple of tunes down already, haven't we?
Yeah.
And they're completely different from the ones off the album. So we're already on to the next chapter.
Fair few, actually.
Yeah.
We've got a lot.
And we've still got stuff that we record from the last couple of years as well, haven't we? So
yeah,
we've got a lot to be getting on with.
And how's your music been received so far since you've been putting it out there? Because obviously it's online, and you'll have no doubt interest from sort of globally, I'd imagine, if people are interested in Dusty Plankton.
Well, yeah, yesterday we had like probably about 17, 18 orders of the CD, which is great. We had a few people buy on Bandcamp last night. It's £10 on Bandcamp, and someone decided to give us £20, which is nice, just to kind of put, because that helps. Obviously, it goes back towards recording and everything else that we need. So
that is quite an achievement in today's climate, because most people just want everything for free, don't they?
I know, yeah, and it's good because we got the CDs done as well, and the artwork's been done by our friend Chris Cubbin, and it looks amazing. So we've got a CD there tonight, and some people even asking us to sign them. Which is
you're famous.
I know. No, that's for them, just for their eBay. eBay! You know, sort of Antiques Roadshow in about 40 years. Oh, we have a Dusty Plankton here.
I just wanted to give a little shout out to my daughter Maisie. She said she was going to be listening with a friend. Sorry, I just wanted to do
Maisie.
Hi, Maisie.
Does she like the music?
She loves it, yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear it because it is music for all, isn't it, really? And listen, what we need to do before you all head off and go do this gig is we need to ask you about your firsts, okay? So we're not going to get through all of the firsts. I'll ask a few of you some of the different questions. So who can remember what was the first album that they bought and what for? Right, go on then, Seb. What was the first album you bought and what format?
First album on vinyl, probably 1977, and it was ELO Out of the Blue.
Good choice. And did you listen to it on repeat?
Yes.
Do you still listen now?
Yeah, at the same time, I also bought Take a Chance on Me by ABBA, so that sort of reduces the amount of cred. But,
you see,
good
lots
tune,
of people love
good
ABBA.
tune.
I'm not one, but I know loads of people love ABBA.
I was 10, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good, feel-good music,
Oh, it's
isn't
great.
it, at the end of the day. Anyone else remember the first album they bought? Go on then. Al, what was yours?
Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd.
Was it really, or are you just saying that
No,
sound
there
cool?
was because I was not really a big. I mean, the first single I bought was a 7-inch, was Adam and the Ants. So
Good choice.
I was never a massive one into the music thing. That's more my brother Paul.
Yeah.
He was mainly. I did motocross.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
He was Mr. Hip Hop.
He was actually, yeah. Still is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's talk about gigs then. Christian, do you remember the first kind of big gig that you saw that kind of made an impression on you?
The first gig as such was probably Pandemonium. It was in Telford Ice Rink. It was a rave in 1990. I think once I went to that and once I finished the gig, it was great. Yeah. A lot of interesting people. That was good. And
did that kind of inspire you then to do what you do?
Well, yeah. It kind of carried on with the DJing and thing, because in 1990 I don't think I was DJing then. Maybe 91 I got into MCing and then DJing, whatever it is now. But
yeah.
There
was some awesome stuff going on in the 90s over here. There really was. JJ, Johnny Peacock, do you remember what the first big gig was that you saw?
The first biggest gig I went to was Monsters of Rock at Donington Park in 1988.
Ooh, who was playing?
Headliner was Iron Maiden, Kiss, David Lee Roth, Halloween, Guns N' Roses, and who else was it? You were there.
I can't remember.
Seb was there as well.
I didn't know
Yeah,
it, but he was there.
Yeah, it was great.
And the main memory I've got of that was David Lee Roth getting his words to jump.
That's brilliant.
Maiden
I love
slot,
it.
I really
That is
love.
brilliant.
Yeah, Maiden sound like a record. It was just
Yeah.
yeah.
And probably still do, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Right now, come forward to the mic. You must remember first big gig that you saw.
First big gig I went to was Millencolin, which was a Swedish punk band back in my skateboarding days. It was in London somewhere. And I remember I lost the plane tickets. So that was good. We got very drunk. I went to the gig. Can't remember much about it, strangely enough. And that was a good time. I remember that.
It sounds like it. What about then, if there was one artist that you could all recommend for everyone to listen to, which one artist never lets you down? We'll start with you, Christian.
Damon Albarn in his Gorillaz form.
Oh, I love Gorillaz.
Yeah, that's be Gorillaz. Yeah.
Good shout. Al, go on.
Well,
Too hard.
It's one of the ones that I like. Jodie Wisternoff, Nick Warren, Way Out West.
Very good.
There
Yeah. Okay, Seb, what about you?
I've got to say Iron Maiden. They were the first big gig I went to on the Power Slave tour, and I've seen them about 20 times now. And great show every time.
Go on then, JJ.
I think musically for me, probably Pearl Jam.
Oh, yes. That was
Again, just
my own heart.
the variations they've done over the years.
Yeah, so
and
good.
influenced me as well musically.
Love them. Nell?
Tool or Stevie Wonder?
Oh, Stevie. Good shout.
What was Stevie Wonder doing
Yeah.
too?
Stevie Wonder doing Tool, yeah.
That would be amazing. Well, listen, it's been an absolute joy chatting with you. We're going to leave everyone before you head off and go do this album launch with another one of Dusty Plankton's songs from the album. I've got to say it one more time. Whale Noises for the Electronically Blind. I just think it's brilliant. Christian, tell us a bit about Round Again.
Round Again is on the spot. Round Again is a high octane punk funk thrasher to make you smile.
Love
There
it.
we go.
Well, let's leave them with this. As ever, thanks very much for being with us, guys, and have an awesome time tonight.
Sometimes I get up just to show my face, just to show his face, just to show it. Sometimes I feel down as I'm walking around the same old place. man of dreams. He's a man of dreams. He's a man of roller coaster all over the chip shop. Wild schemes, wild schemes, wild schemes. In your head, in, out, what's it all about? It must be the no, cause the longer you hold him, the more the dread, the more the dread. Round again, round again, we're going round again, we're going round again, we're going round and round and round again, going round again, going round again.
From Dusty Plankton's new album, debut album, because they've only had an EP out previous to this. Get yourselves down the Rovers tonight if you're not already busy, or if you are busy, just cancel all your plans and go to the Rovers anyway. It's going to be such a good night. DJs playing as well, some of the best on the island. Better bring your dancing shoes though.
Manx Radio Saturday Live Lounge, supported by Villa Gaiety. For the latest What's On information, visit villagaiety.com.